Hello students, today we will discuss about process of translation. In the last class we discussed about overall introduction of translation. Today we will discuss about each and every steps in the translation. Okay, first step, that is the initiation step. In the initiation step, I will write pointwise. Okay, always ribosomes present in cytoplasm in disassembled form, means two subunits of ribosomes disassemble. Okay, here in prokaryotes, (70S) type of ribosome subunits are 30S and 50S. Okay, in eukaryotes, the ribosome is 80S, 50S and 40S. Okay, these are the subunits which are present in cytoplasm of eukaryotic cell. Okay, in the cytoplasm, here I will mention translation occurs in cytoplasm. Okay, large subunit is going to attach on the mRNA. Firstly, in the cytoplasm, small subunit, I will consider eukaryotic translation. That's why I will take the subunits of eukaryotic DNA. Okay, the small subunit of ribosome will attach to mRNA Kozak sequence with initiation factors. Okay, there are the few factors which help for the initiation of the translation process. Okay, those are IF. Okay, those are known as IF, initiation factors. Okay, initiation factors which are present in the cytoplasm will bind to the small subunit of ribosome, then that small subunit is bind to the mRNA. Okay, small subunit of ribosome having 3 sites E, P and A site. I will draw the diagram, then you can understand easily. This is the mRNA These are the codons which are present in sorry. Here we have to consider this is the Kozak sequences. From here to here, this is the open reading frame, and last one is the stop codon site. Okay, I will take small subunit of ribosome. In that, we have to consider the binding sites, E, P, A. Okay. Then next, here we have to show large, this is I will write 30S. Okay, I will show large subunit, that is the, sorry, this is 40S, this one is 50S. We are discussing about the eukaryotic, that's why. Then here you can say the initiation codon is present, that is AUG. Or I will say that is a Kozak sequence. Okay. Then here are some initiation factors. Okay, this is the condition in initiation. Okay, in the initiation process only there is a binding, means in the initiation step the tRNA is charged with amino acid by enzyme minosyl tRNA synthetase. This is the enzyme which is necessary for charging the tRNA. Okay, when tRNA is charged by the amino acid, that tRNA, very specific tRNA will bind to ribosome site at AUG codon. The anticodon present in tRNA is complementary to codon present on mRNA. Okay. After base pairing, codon and anticodon due to the interaction of these codons and anticodons, ribosome attached initiation factors will remove in this, I will add another word, dissociate. Okay, then large subunit of ribosome attached to small subunit. Large subunit will attach to the small subunit. Okay. Then all the initiation factor releases the 50S ribosome attached on the (50S) in the sense it is a prokaryotic. Here large subunit in the sense it is a 60S type. Okay. When the initiation factors are released, the 60S ribosome attached on the 30S ribosome for initiation process. Okay. 1 GTP is required for this process. 1 GTP. I already told that energy is invested for the protein synthesis, either ATP or GTP. GTP in the sense guanosine triphosphate. 1 GTP is required for initiation. Okay. Then I will draw the diagram. mRNA, (40S) EPA site, (60S) large subunit. Okay. Already here AUG, this is a tRNA with anticodons UAC. Okay. Means AUG means this tRNA must carry the methionine amino acid, that is known as the charged tRNA. Okay. This is the initiation process of translation. In the initiation, 2 subunits are joined, tRNA charged and bind to the codon, initiation codon. Then second thing, that is the elongation process. Second process, that is elongation. Okay. In the elongation process, during elongation there are 3 processes are occurs. Okay. Amino acid tRNA synthetase enzyme will bring the different tRNA towards the mRNA ribosome complex. Okay. Firstly, we have to draw again one diagram. Okay. During this elongation process, another amino acid will bring by the tRNA. I will draw here. This is the second tRNA with amino acid. I will just write amino acid. AA in the sense amino acid. Okay. Then After initiation process, next one is elongation. During elongation process, it is very slow process, because elongation process is the tRNA error and trial method. Means the codon which is present in the mRNA, it must be complementary to the tRNA anticodons. That's why all the 31 tRNAs will come and see the codon, and which one tRNA have the specific amino acid that will sit. Means ಇಲ್ಲಿ mRNA ಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಆ ಕೋಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್. 31 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 31 ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀನಿ ನಾ tRNA ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಟೋಟಲಿ 32 tRNAs. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು tRNA ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗದ, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು 31. ಓಕೆ, ಆ 31 ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವಿಚ್ tRNA having the specific amino acid which codes for the codon, okay, which is coded by the codon. ಆ mRNA ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಐತಿ ಅದು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ tRNA will bind to the A site. Okay, here elongation is very slow process. Okay, just I will mention it's very slow process, you just understand. I am not going to write everything because it is out of your syllabus. Just understand, amino acid will sit or will link or will bind to the ribosome. Okay, then the elongation factors will attach on the second tRNA. The elongation factor in the sense EF, elongation factor will attaches with second tRNA, and that tRNA come and bind with the A site. Come and bind with A site. Then when the elongation factor bring the second tRNA, that time the flipping or shifting of ribosome occurs. Shifting or flipping of ribosome. Ribosome will flip to right side. It binds to the tRNA after binding to the A site. Okay, just I told that the ribosome move on the mRNA. It suddenly changes in the sense this first tRNA will come in the place of E, second tRNA will come in the place of P. Okay, I will draw another diagram. Before going to draw, I will write one sentence here. For shifting ribosome required energy. Okay, here 5 prime 3 prime. First this is the AUG now. Okay, just amino acid shifted. Flip, I will write flip here. Okay, then after this, third tRNA attach to A site with specific amino acid. Before this, the large subunit of ribosome helps in formation of peptide bond between first and second amino acid. Here there is a bond formation between first and second amino acid. Okay, then later the uncharged tRNA will exit from E site of ribosome. Okay, here I will draw. This is the small subunit, large one. This, consider this is the uncharged tRNA without any amino acid. This is the second tRNA. This one is the third tRNA. Already the first tRNA, first amino acid, form the bond between second amino acid. Second amino acid will form between third amino acid. Okay, this is considered as a peptide bond. After formation of peptide bond, the shifting of RNA continues. The flipping or shifting of RNA towards right side. Okay, then the second tRNA also uncharged, means the continuous entry of new tRNA and continuous exit of old tRNA occurs in the elongation process. Means the shifting or flipping of ribosome, continues until the stop codon will come in the A site. Okay, when the stop codon come, that time then polypeptide chain will form. The continuous entry of new charged tRNA and exit of old uncharged tRNA. Okay, this process is continuous. Okay, this is all about elongation. Now we can discuss about the termination process. This is the third step in the translation. This termination process occurs by termination factors, terminator factors, they are known as RF factors, release factors are nothing but the release factors. Okay. Then the termination codon, that is UAA, the terminator factor which recognized by the terminator codon which is recognized by release factors. Okay. When termination codons come in the A site of the ribosome, there is no tRNA which recognizes the stop codon. I already told that stop codons doesn't code for any amino acids. Okay, that's why when stop codon come at the place of mRNA, on the mRNA, the termination factor, either release factor, come and attach with the A site of ribosome. Okay, here I will write when stop codon, I will write UAA, come in place of A site, then release factor, it's a shortcut, release factor, come and bind to A site. Okay, that time the disassemble of ribosome subunits. After binding of release factor to the ribosome A site, there is a disassemble of ribosome subunit, in the sense the 40S and 60S subunits unbind. Okay. Then next point, the full form protein, the polypeptide undergo some post translation modifications. Okay. This is the end of protein synthesis. After entry of, means when the movement of ribosome continues, when it reach the stop codon, that time release factor come and bind it at the place of A, because there is no tRNA remain in the cell for recognize the stop codon. Okay, that time the release factor helps in disassemble of the ribosome subunit. When two ribosome subunits are leave the mRNA, okay, when here the ribosome move and come here, already the long chain of polypeptide will form. Consider this is the last tRNA. Okay, here UAA stop codon. Okay, this time the uncharged tRNA will leave the place. When the UAA come, next diagram I will draw. Ribosome disassemble Okay, here there is an entry of release factor to the A site, RF factor. The polypeptide will come. Okay, this is a polypeptide. Okay, this is the termination process in the translation. In the initiation, elongation and termination, all the steps are occurs simultaneously. Okay, sorry, transcription and translation occur simultaneously. The translation is very slow process. Finally, it gives the polypeptide chain and the 2 subunits of the ribosome. This is the end of translation or the termination process of translation. Okay, I think all of you getting this one. This translation process is over. In the next class, we will discuss about the next process, that is the expression of genes. Okay, if you have any doubt means you can easily ask. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.